Okay, welcome back. Okay, I promised you some Vice stories, and they're going to be coming, just a little here and a little there, so I keep your attention, all right? Before I start, though, on Vice, let me explain what Vice is. A lot of people think it's narcotics and all kinds of weird stuff. All Vice is, it's not narcotics, but it's things that people do that is really different, meaning prostitution, male or female, uh, either straight male prostitutes or males dressed as women. We call them drag queens, but there's all kinds of different names for them. But these are not your, Hollywood type cross. These are prostitutes. Okay, so just happen to be men dressed as women. Um, Vice is selling booze to minors, either in a liquor store or in a bar. Vice is selling booze to drunks. Vice is illegal gambling. In other words, like bookmaker or bookies walking around bars and taking bets on sports and horses. That's Vice. Okay. Lewd conduct in parks, whether it be male or female, in public. That's Vice. Vice is not going into your bedroom and arresting you. Vice is everything in public. Remember that. People think, oh my God, Vice came in my house. No, they didn't come in your house. If they did come in your house, it's for something else. Because Vice is misdemeanors, almost all of them, except for the bookmaking. It's in public. We're not there to violate anybody's rights or sneak in the back doors and stuff. It's outdoor public stuff. Bars, liquor stores, parks, and all this good stuff. And of course the street. Okay, so now I'm working Vice, and we get a call that a local equestrian society was asking for our help. And this is the problem they had. They have these paths through the park that they ride their horses. Bridle paths, I think they're called. I'm not a horseman, okay, so whatever. And they have a women's day where all the girls get together, ladies, whatever you want to call them nowadays, and there's probably like 40 of them or 50, and they meet, have breakfast, and they get on their horses and they ride out through the park and they have a good time, and that's fine, that's great, okay. Problem they had was that on a certain day they have a man that comes out and chases the last of the group, okay. He's chasing them, and he's naked except for his tennis shoes, and he's got a pair of women's panties over his head. Okay, this is Vice, people. Okay, so we get a complaint. So now, we meet with another Vice unit. Remember now, people think there's hundreds of Vice cops. There's not hundreds of Vice cops. Okay, in my area, we are 6 of us for about 140,000 people, along with about 100,000 undocumented aliens. So that's all we have is 6 Vice cops. So we got with another Vice unit and another Vice unit. So there's like maybe 18 of us out there. And so this is the day of reckoning. So they have a certain time that these girls or ladies ride. So we have to get there early because in case the guys are early, he won't see us. We have to get there before he gets there. Oh, remember the time? It's a long time ago. I'm just going to say it's noon. So we get out there at least 2 hours before. We have signals of coughing and waving, so we don't have to talk. And we're set up along the area where he might come out. It's about 4 or 5 blocks long, but it's a long way. But we have people stationed everywhere. Okay, so now we're waiting. Sitting in the bushes. You talk about summertime, bushes everywhere, hotter than heck. Okay, and you're waiting for this pervert to come out. Okay, so you're waiting. And you can hear the women coming because the horses make sound. They're talking, having a good time. This is what they do. So here they come. So we're looking through the bushes, giving the thumbs up to everybody. Everybody good. We're all sitting in position. We're all back in the bushes waiting. And waiting. We have to wait till the last group comes through because that's when he hits. They're waiting, remember like 30, 40 horses are going by. They're not exactly running by, they're just walking by. This isn't like the Lone Ranger flying by. No, these gals are just having a nice leisure walk. Sure enough, the last 4 or 5 horses, our anxiety's up because this is going to happen now. Maybe. We wait. Sure enough, you can almost set your watch by it. Out pops this male Caucasian, probably in his 50s, wearing tennis shoes, naked, with women's panties over his head, and he's running behind the last horse, and he's playing with himself. Okay, that's the best I can say. I don't want to say bad words. Again, take your kids out of the room. He's playing with his privates. I won't get any more than that. Use your imagination. Running and all that. Okay, so I hear one of the sergeants had a word called Oski. Now, I don't know where he came up with that. I have no idea. But that was the word that we've got him. And everybody come out. Like all y'all in free. He yells Oski, and I was kind of at the tail end, so I could just see the cops running out. There's about 6 of them. And he sees those cops, and all of a sudden, man, the chase is on. You got 6 or 7 and more cops coming in behind him because this word got out. So you see the first 4 or 5 cops chasing him, and 4 or 5 or 6 of us behind these cops, make sure that he has enough backup. He didn't get very far. He got maybe, I don't know, a couple hundred feet. and they tackled him. Now, we in law enforcement have a tendency to be taught or learn this from other officers. When you tackle someone, you try to make sure that he's on the bottom. That way, you don't get hurt, you don't break an arm or an elbow, and you save yourself, and hopefully he gets hurt, or he realizes what he did wrong, or for whatever reason you want to call it, that he's the one that you need to have below you. The city of Los Angeles, the city does not pay us to get injured, okay? So that's what we did. That's what they did. So they tackled him, and it was just there was no fighting. As soon as he went down, they cuffed him, picked him up, and now they have to walk him, you know, an eighth of a mile back to the car to book him, okay? And that was kind of a look away moment. I'm like back there with my partners, and we're kind of like, oh my gosh, you know. And it's just funny to watch him, this guy, and he still has the panties on his head. I'm not going to touch those panties, okay? No, the officer going to touch those panties. And so he's just walking back, panties on his head, handcuffed with just shoes on. And he was arrested, and we got a letter, all the Wyskeeters got a letter from the Equestrian ladies thanking us so much for stopping their problem, and in their words, preventing this pervert from doing more things to us, and we want to thank you. Glowing report. They called our commanding officers, they called the captains, they thought this was great. And we thought it was fun, we thought it was interesting, and it was a really good vice caper. So the more vice stories coming, and I hope you like this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.